Thank you for your compassion, your love, and clarity, and all that. It's amazing. But in the moment, there are some times when you may be driving down the street and you're not feeling good, and it's hard to reach for a better feeling thought sometimes. And now I realize that.
But in the acknowledgement that I'm getting what I'm vibrationally aligned with, even that is helpful. In other words, if you will own it, if you don't feel good and you attract ornery people and you say, well, I'm a match to you, so welcome to my party. It's better than saying, I don't know how you got here. What are you doing here?
Oh, okay.
In other words,
don't resist that either.
Own it. Own it.
Okay.
Own it and say, I'm having a step one moment with you. You remind me of my mother, in fact. Which means I'm probably putting all kinds of wonderful things in my vortex, which I don't have the ability to benefit from right now while you're annoying me. But I know that later on there will be benefit from this interaction.
Right.
In other words, own it. At least accept responsibility.
Perfect.
Because we want you to focus upon these vibrational rendezvous points where people are buzzing around you and they've all got their vibrational variety show going on. And you have a particular vibration that's active, which makes you line up with the part of them and 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 the part of them that's active in you. Have you noticed?
Mm-hmm.
You noticed that some days everybody's just rude? Odd, isn't it? Have you noticed some days that people are just really helpful? In other words, you have so much more influence over what comes around you. And as you start noticing it, then you begin to realize that as you tend to your vibration, instead of worrying about what vibrations that others have, if you tend to your vibration and deliberately dominate your vibration by putting into the foreground something that feels really good, and the way we would do that, we would go to sleep with an intention to bask in something that is easy to bask on. Esther focuses upon her pillow. She got this new pillow, which she really, really loves. She carries it with her everywhere she goes. And the first night Jerry says, I love you, honey. And Esther said, I love my pillow. In other words, it was the most important thing for several nights. She just focused upon that perfectly contoured, wonderfully smelling, perfect in every way for her pillow. In other words, the pillow has never been bad to her. The pillow has never sent her a scathing email. That pillow has never let her down. In other words, it's just this neutral zone that was easy for her to focus upon its positive characteristics. So bask your way to sleep. Focus upon the deliciousness of the fabric against your skin. Just bask yourself to sleep. And in the morning when you wake up, lie there with an attitude of appreciation for a little while. And just those two deliberate functions will get you up on the right foot of vibration, where it is then logical that of all of the variety show that was there before, your likelihood of rendezvousing with something better feeling than usual is now certain. So now you rendezvous with something better and you feel a little better. You see, the reason we are enjoying this conversation is because you have all of these potentially active. In other words, if you've been complaining about someone pretty recently, that's a potentially active vibration. If you've been worried about the oil spill, that's a potentially active vibration. If you've been basking about something that you are enjoying, that's a potentially active vibration. So now you're walking out, you're not a pure vibration, you're not really only in sync with your source energy, you've got a whole lot of potentially active vibrations going on within you, which means there are a lot of potentially active rendezvous points around every corner where you go, because all this stuff's active within you, or could potentially be. You see, you haven't practiced yourself way over there. You've practiced yourself sort of all over the place. So almost anything could happen in the beginning of this, and so maybe it's something that doesn't please you. Now the question is, what do you do next? So you rendezvoused with something that doesn't please you. Do you say, oh, of all this variety show, that was potentially possible. You came forward, and I don't like you so much, so I'm just going to not talk about you. I'm not going to push against you. I'm not going to have a conversation when I get to work about you. I'm going to let you fade further into the background, but in order to do that, I've got to bring something else into the foreground, because nothing goes into the background until something else comes into the foreground. So now, if you try to find something positive about that, you probably won't. It'll probably just amplify its negative to you. But you might focus on how good that pillow was the night before. In other words, as you choose something else, then something else comes into the foreground. Now you are more deliberate. You have more definiteness of purpose than you did just before. You've got a better handle on your vibration than you did just before. You are more determined than you were just before. And now a whole other set of potentially active things marches forward, while the formerly set of potentially active things marches backwards. Are you getting the sense of this? Your point of attraction has shifted, and now a whole different spectrum of a whole different set of personality traits, maybe even a whole different set of people, is now available for your rendezvous point. So now you're moving through your experience, and there you are. You're percolating that vibration. You're sending it out to the universe. The law of attraction is lining up things that match what's active within you. So now something else comes forward, and you get to decide, is this good feeling enough for me? Should I stop and pause and make it even more active? Or is that yet another thing that I would just as soon marches into the background of my vibration? And what would I like to bring more further forward? You're following? Until day by day, it's like peeling the layers of an onion. You begin to deliberately, on subject after subject, state your preferences by, better said, practice your preferences by deliberately focusing, by having conversations with yourself about them, until before you know it, you're walking through this life experience, and only the brightest, clearest, nicest, potentially creative rendezvous points are even shown to you. People who watch you say, were you born with a golden spoon in your mouth? Were you blessed with, how does this happen? Do we really have equal access to the vortex? You seem like you're getting more than your fair share of good stuff from the vortex. Right. Do we really have equal access to the vortex? Because your life sure goes better than mine. And you could say, and they might hear it and they might not, I practiced myself here. I, little by little, brought to the foreground more good feeling things, and just let the not good feeling things decompose from inactivity in my vibration.
Perfect.
It is. Are you aware that we have answered at many levels of your being everything that is pulsing within you? What you will notice is that because we feel you in your vortex persona, and we know the relationship between where you are right now and that, we've presented to you here today in this variety of magnificent conversations with these powerful creators who have sat in the hot seat, a series of answers that will be available to you as you achieve different points along your emotional scale. In other words, as you take away from this gathering a singular intent of getting into the vortex, and then, now we know it's got to be irritating to hear that and hear that and hear that and hear that and hear that, but get in the vortex and then. In other words, as you accept that you are vibrational beings, and as you accept that this vortex holds the vibrational manifestation of everything that you have come to be, and as you let your singular intent be to find vibrational alignment with that, it is our promise to you that not only will your day tomorrow feel even better than today, and the one after that even better than that, and the one after that even better than that, that there will be a tipping point where you will come really soon into conscious awareness of your personal power. Now, you came forth into this physical body with the delicious intention of being a deliberate creator. You knew that the contrast would inspire you, and you knew that rockets of desires would shoot forth from you, and you knew that you would set into motion a vortex of creation. You knew that. And you knew that if you never heard a word from the likes of Abraham, that this would take place, and that you would emphatically, dramatically, personally add to the expansion of the universe. You knew that. And you knew before your birth into this body that as all of that takes place, that at some point there will be that reemerging back into non-physical. And you knew that you would shed all of the things that were worrisome that you'd picked up along your physical trail, and that you would then stand without the problem part of the equation, only in the solution part of the equation. And you knew that you would revel in the accomplishment of that which was this physical life experience. You knew every bit of that. And so we're not talking to you in the way that we are in answer to your powerful questions in order to remind you of those things so much, because whether you remember that or not is really unimportant, because that's just the way the universe works. You're adding to it in a powerful way whether you know that you are or not. And you're on your way to a blissful conversation and realization of that which you are. You will return to your utter knowledge of worthiness, and you will be proud of this life experience and all it has meant for you. You will, and you will make a very powerful intention to come forth again and again and again, because the satisfaction factor is so huge. But we're having this conversation with you because you should be feeling good now. You should be feeling your power now. You should be creating deliberately now, because the difference between sifting and deciding and aligning and realizing through manifestation is so rich and full and complete in comparison with just stumbling on it, you see. To be a deliberate creator, to deliberately acknowledge something missing, and then to want it even in its absence, and then to find a way of feeling it even before you can see it, until you know the reality of it even before it is a physical reality, is the most delicious creating that takes place anytime, any space, any place. We feel such appreciation for your willingness to play with us in this eternal game of creation. And above all other things, it is our desire that you take away from this gathering these three things. The vortex is a reality. I have easy access to it, and I'm practicing my way into it all day, every day. And as you make those three simple observations and apply just a small amount of effort, less than it takes to learn a new computer program, you will return to the true nature of your being. And you will then be the uplifter that you were born to be. But most of all, you will be the liver of life in the way that you have meant it. You will see the world through the eyes of Source. Don't do it for them. Do it for you. Sometimes the people who are around you don't deserve your kind attention to them, but you always do. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain blissfully in the vortex.